Hello there guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be taking a little look at what's coming in the update on the 12th of May 2016. So the main thing that we've had added today is a way to purify water. So previously salt water was no good for you. If you lived out next to the ocean, then you weren't really getting a lot from the water in your area, and you were still relying on water bottles and having to run to a stream to get water. So now we've got a way to actually purify the salt water. So if we take a quick look at this, it has to be placed on top of a campfire. The campfire has to be fueled. If we open this up, it can hold a total of 2,000 milliliters of salt water, and we get it out. I believe this can hold 2,000 as well, but from what we've got, we've put in 2,000, we have around about 500 left, and we've got 375 milliliters of purified water in here. So the conversion rate is roughly 1 to 4 for every 1,000 salt water you're putting in. You're getting out 250 purified water. So for every 2,000 you're going to get out 500 roughly. So I'll quickly show you how to pop one of these up. Now if you quickly just take a look at my shadow, I do pull out the water purifier, but I cannot place it. You can see it in my hands. There is the stick, which is what it looks like for most deployables. There's nowhere for me to put this down. You do have to put down a campfire first. So we pop down a campfire, and then we can put the water purifier on top of it. It can only be placed on top of a campfire. The good thing about this is you can place it on terrain, and you can place it on a foundation. Anywhere that you can place a campfire, you can place a water dispenser, so that is good. So now let's just take a look at filling it up. So if we just grab a bucket, you cannot actually throw this like some of the other things with water. You can't just throw it on there. If we open it up, there's nothing in it. So you do need to fill up your bucket. Bucket's perfect, by the way. It fills this up exactly full. So grab a full water bucket, open here, crack on that, and then just hit give as much as you can. And then we will turn on our campfire and it will start going. So now I'm just going to quickly test what happens if we break the campfire. I'm pretty sure that this will despawn if we break it. Okay, so this has 150 health, and now we are looking at the campfire. So if we just give that a couple hits. Yep. So as soon as that is broken, the water purifier will break along with it, which isn't good, seeing as the campfire has the lowest durability. And it will just disappear overnight if you log out. So I wouldn't rely on this too heavily, because unless they do some fixes to the campfire or make it so that you can place another campfire underneath the water purifier if your campfire despawns, it's going to cause a couple of problems. But we'll see what they do with that as times go on. That is how it currently stands, so just be careful with it. So one of the next things that we've got added are these nice little seeds just here. And these are now hemp seeds. Now it says we can eat them. I'm not actually... No, we cannot eat them. So it says can be eaten or planted. There is no option for us to currently eat them, so you cannot actually eat them. But you can plant them. So if you just go over to the ground, just like any other seeds, just plant them and they will grow. Now hemp has been changed. You're no longer going to get 20 cloth from each hemp. You'll only get 10 now. But it will give you 10 hemp, and it will give you 10 cloth, sorry, and it will give you a seed or two. So it's still good. Now, one of the next updates that we have added today is some changes to the pumpkin and corn. Now, they will be primarily spawning along the side of rivers. So along any bodies of water, you will now be finding a lot more pumpkins and corn. So they're going to be a lot easier to find rather than just being sporadic around through the landscape. So they will be primarily alongside rivers, bodies of water. I'm not quite sure about the sea. I haven't seen any along the sea. I did some flying around just now, and I couldn't actually find any at all. I was hoping to find some so that I could actually show you where they were spawning, but I've looked around in about 10 minutes or so. I couldn't find any. So I don't know whether that's just a bug in the server that I'm currently on, because I also cannot seem to be getting my hemp to grow. So it could very well just be this server. Yeah, so basically they're doing this so that there should be more plants to pick. They're doing this, they fixed some issues with the life cycles of the plants, so pumpkins and corn, possibly hemp. not 100%. This is very brief in the information that we have been given so far, so it will just be something that we pick up on as we go along. One of the other things that they have been really working on have been the anti-hack. So they've done a lot of work on the anti-hack because a lot of people have been up in arms recently about cheaters. We all know that cheaters are dominating the game and making it really bad for a lot of us to play. So one of the things that they have fixed so far is the insta-hit, where people are just instantly being able to hit you regardless of range and all of this stuff. So that's something that's going to really help. And alongside that, they have also did a massive ban wave with easy anti-cheat yesterday. So there were well over a couple hundred accounts have been banned because they've been hacking. So they have did a big ban wave yesterday. So that is a lot of hackers that have been removed from the game. The only downside to this, or an upside if you don't currently have Rust, is that Rust is currently on the Humble store for, I believe, around about £6, Great British pounds. I don't know what that translates to other currencies. I don't know whether it's still on there, so do not hold me to that, but I believe at the time of me putting up this video or recording this video on Thursday the 12th, it is still available. So it's a good way to go and have a look if you don't have the game, but it is a bad thing because those hackers can easily pick up another copy of the game. They do pick up copies of the game this way. That's why they just continuously cheat. It's a vicious circle. So another thing that we have updated is the silencer. Now a lot of people have not been using the silencer for the pure fact that they haven't been very good, or they've been reducing your damage by too much. They have now been changed, and it will only reduce your damage by 25%. It was previously 30%. So instead of losing a third of your damage by using a silencer, you now only lose 1/4 of it. So it's slightly better. Maybe people will be more inclined to use a silencer, but we'll see how it goes. People were requesting that it be slightly altered, and it has been, and it has been altered for the better. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how that pans out over the next couple of weeks with the current change. Maybe they'll reduce it a little bit more. Maybe they'll think actually that was too much and put it back to where it was. So we'll see how things go with that. Now another major thing, especially in terms of people that play solo and like to get those opportunistic raids, is that they have changed some stuff around the DK system. So I didn't even realize this was a bug. Some of you may not have, some of you may have, but when a server was restarted, the DK timer on buildings was also resetting back to the default time, which I believe is like 24 hours for something that is made of metal, 48 hours for something that is made of armored, and I believe 18 hours for something that's made of stone. I'm pretty sure on those numbers, but do not hold me to them. Take a little look over on the Rust wiki if you want solid numbers, but I believe I am right with that. So every time the server restarted, it was completely resetting those timers. So if the server was on a 24-hour wipe cycle, well, not wipe cycle, restart cycle, so the server would restart every 24 hours to stop any memory loss and to keep the server running smoothly. If you had a armored base, you would never decay, and if you had a metal base, theoretically you would never decay, but it would probably be very, very minimal decay. So I know personally on my own server that I run a 24-hour restart cycle, and every night in the middle of the night it restarts. So I'm assuming many other people do that. So opportunistic raiding would have really, I have noticed it hasn't been there as much in the past weeks. So hopefully now this fix should sort that out. That is only really the main part of the DK fix that we've been given. Apparently there are some other several little issues that have been fixed with the decay system as well. So just keep an eye on your neighbour's base, because if they're off for a little bit too long, it may come crumbling down and you'll get yourself some free loot. Now, because I am a very, very simple man, this is possibly one of my favourite updates of the week. And as you can notice in front of me, we have a lantern placed on top of a box. Now, lanterns can once again be placed upon deployables, so you can place them on top of things. You can even place it on top of this water purifier. You can place them. It will not let me place it. That's sad. I thought I was going to be able to. But you can place them back again on top of things. So you can place it on top of boxes. You'll be able to place it in little awkward areas where you currently weren't able to place it. It was added before, but then it was removed. I don't 100% know why, but it's back. Let's all be happy. Alongside all of these other changes, guys, we still have a couple of other little things. So when you're using the fish trap, you'll now actually get a sound for when a fish is caught. Some player animations have been slightly improved. and it's just tiny little things. There's a quite quirky one. You can no longer place a code lock on a fish trap. I don't know why anybody was code locking their fish traps. The fish weren't that valuable to begin with, and really you should try and keep them safe and not put them out in random places. But yeah, you can no longer do that. So if you were one of those people that was trying to keep their fish safe, you no longer can, I'm afraid. So that about wraps us up for today, guys. This is what we've got. There will more than likely be extra things coming along, so make sure you keep an eye on Rustified, keep an eye on the Rust Updates Twitter, and keep an eye on the Rust Reddit, because there's always good stuff coming through there. Literally, as I was putting in that outro, I seen that I had a couple of new tweets on the Rust Updates that's loaded up in the second window on my second screen. So we've just had an update, and it says halter neck and skirt, which probably means now that they are starting to add in some of the female-only clothing. So that's another thing that will likely be coming this week by the looks of that. It does say that it's been added on main. So looks like that's going to be coming in on today's update. So we still will be getting some things coming through. I wouldn't expect anything more major. It'll probably be little nice things, quality of life, such as the female-only clothing. That's not a big game-breaking or game-making update, but it's just a little thing that is nice for some people. So keep an eye on those things, guys. I will leave links to them all down in the description, and I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please do give the video a thumbs up. If you know anybody else that would like to check out the updates that are coming today, or check out future updates, then please do give them a link to my channel. If you'd like to see future updates, then hit that subscribe button. I will just pre-warn you all, guys, I am getting married in the morning. I will be going on honeymoon as of Sunday, so next week there will not be an update video. I'm very sorry for the fact that I won't have an update video. I really wish I could, but I'm going to be led on a beach somewhere, so I'm going to be having a couple of beers and enjoying myself. Hopefully you guys do as well, but you won't be getting an update video from me. So thank you, guys, and please do have a good day, have a good week, and I'll catch you all when I get back.